as I promised, there'll be acid stories to come. Now, the last one, I kind of ended it off with a good one. Now, here's another one. Acid story number 2. There was this guy named Dave. He was beating on his girl, his wife, blah, 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 blah. He ended up becoming an alcoholic and being a pill addict and this and that. So one night he was begging me for all the whatever drug I can get my hands on. Now he was in a sick one. I think he was shooting or whatever. I sold him some Cinderella Alice in Wonderland, and a little bit off my personal supply LD51. Yeah. So anyway, after he took it, he ended up apologizing to everyone. Now, fast forward a month, this guy, he's so fucking strung out on pills and cocaine and whatever else that they were pumping into him, that he looked in his fucking sink and he said, "This is how much I love her." Talking about his girlfriend, and probably wife now. They were fucking inseparable and they were two of a kind. He stabbed himself in the throat, and thank God for Cord taking one for the team and cleaning up all that blood, because I wasn't doing it, no one else was, and there was a lot of blood. A lot. Like, there's 8 accessible pints, and there's one that's gonna keep you alive. So, that's 8 pints. Yeah, I don't know, he lost at least 8 bags of milk. I mean, it was dripping through the floor under the pool table. Okay, story number 3. We're gonna call this one dude Shorty D and his girlfriend, the fat bitch who needed to set things straight to begin with. Okay, Shorty D, he's taking ecstasy, he's taking acid, and he thinks because he's got $700, he thinks he's a waste of fucking time. He's a crackhead alert. He's been doing cocaine all night, and he spent $700 thinking it's the best thing in the world. Well, he's partying, and doesn't I say, what do I say? Learn from others' mistakes, don't make them yourself. This guy looks at one of the cutest girls in the building. Well, why do you think she's able to be cute in a building full of people who aren't looking kindly on you? That they fucking, she's cute for a reason. It's one of their brothers, and one of their sisters, or one of their cousins, or family. Man, he got beat so bad. So bad, it brings back so much memories, but the biggest memory was looking through his cheek at his tongue and his lip hanging off his face, going, "Hey, hey, we gonna tell my marriage." Did I mention he was married? Oh shit! Yeah, that was a long time ago, and he looked like he was on his way down the road for a real long time. Anyway, he was the type that would, you watch your kids around. Crackhead number 3. We like to call him Crackhead Bob. He would come over when I would have. No, I was probably 18, 19, and I would have 17 to 20-year-olds over every day. Now, I had everything they needed, and they were visit, they were friends, they were chicks I got down with, so on the most part, things that happen. Anyway, it was just tried to sell this manure weed, saying it was black gold and some other shit, sandy bone, and try to hustle it. And, he would literally put you in debt by giving you weed and not telling you you're in debt until the next day. And I realized he'd scam real quick. So he's an acid burnout from the 70s. He pulls out a crackhead alert. He wants me to pay his bill and lend him $50. Well, I say no. He's got these 50, I've got these girls over, and they got their sisters who are hitting on this kid named Brian, and he ended up having a girl with a girl named Becky in my apartment. He ended up having a kid because we stoked him and Becky on. Man. We cheered him on. You know what? That kid was brought into this world with a lot of loving parents and a lot of loving friends, and they love you, Brian. But and Becky. If I could remember your last names, I would say, I know it was Becky Berkeley, and I don't remember Brian's last name. It's tipping my tongue shit. And my blunts, they take the tip of my tongue and make it taste like weed all the time, so I forget. Crackhead 3. Crackhead 4. There was a girl, we'll call her, Shorty D, and Little M was her son. And Little M would get drunk and be his girlfriend. And then Shorty D had a Percocet addiction. Yes, you heard me, Percocet addiction, not an Oxycontin addiction, not a heroin addiction. She was addicted to Protects. She would snort up to 30 of them a day, and she wouldn't take anything else. She was a waste of skin. Her teeth were falling out, her hair was falling out, not a guy in the world would want her. Same shit. So she got her son into it, she got the townspeople into it, she got everybody into it. And you know what? It was only to get more, but once they changed to the Oxy, she wanted up so many perks, and they were available, so she probably got worse. Again, I haven't checked in 5 years to make sure, because I stay safe. If you do drugs, stay away from me, because I won't deal with it. You smoke weed and drink, I'm on my way. Anyway, this is... They would use a foot scratcher. Those foot petty masters, or, to get the dead skin off feet. They would crush up their pills with it. And not just their 20s and 40s, they would use it for their perks, and they would sniff the dust that they would scrape up off the table with it. Like there was some sort of magical drug in it. And that's what they did. That's what they spent their checks on. That's what they did. I swear, I saw 1,000 pills a week go up her nose until her son went to jail, and then it was 1,500. And surprise, surprise, his son went to jail for beating up his girlfriend multiple times. Yeah. And Crackhead Bob, he's still out there hitting on people who are way too young for him. He's about 60. He's hitting on the 16-year-olds. Some places around here just ain't right. But it's Mr. Joker saying, I wear my scars with a smile. And if that don't prove it, I remember getting high on acid and chasing somebody as Colonel Sanders, and they were walking around like a chicken. Buck, 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 buck. And that chicken owed me $5, and I was Colonel Sanders. So don't make me be Colonel Sanders. Hit the fucking like button and subscribe. And I won't chase you like that chicken. Nasty. Alright, peasy. Love you all. Palabra.